Welcome to my channel Chemistry Class. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Chemistry Class. My dear student, in today's videos, we are going to study two of the most important concepts in chemistry, which is atom and molecules. My dear student, these are the basic building blocks of all matter around us, from the air we breathe to the food we eat. So let's begin history of atom. History of atom. The idea of atoms comes from ancient Greek philosopher Democritus. The word atoms comes from the Greek words atomos, meaning indivisible. My dear student, but today we know atoms are made of even smaller particles, which is proton, positively charged, neutrons, which is a neutral particle having no charge, and electrons having negative charge. These particles make up the structure of in atoms. The structure of in atoms. The structure of atoms are as consists of two parts. First one as nucleus and the second one as electron shell. Nucleus contain protons and neutrons, while electron shells contain electrons, in which electrons revolve around the nucleus. So let's start with the first building block of matter, which is atom. So what is atom? Definitions of atom. An atom is the smallest particle of an element that can take part in a chemical reactions and still retain this and still retain the properties of that element. That means you cannot see an atom with your eyes. It's extremely small, measured in nanometers, but at not just a point, it has a structure. Examples of atom: hydrogen atoms, oxygen atoms, sodium atoms, etc. Now, structure of atoms. An atom is made up of three subatomic particles, which is protons, neutrons, and electrons. Protons having positively charged particles found in the nucleus. Neutrons as a neutral particles having no charge. Neutron is also found in the nucleus, while electrons as a negatively charged particles revolve around the nucleus in orbit or shells. Nucleus, the dense center of the atom, contain protons and neutrons. Most of the atom's mass is the nucleus. And electron shells, electrons move in specific energy level, which is just like K, L, M shells, etc. It's called electron shells, in which electrons revolve around the nucleus. This is the structure of atoms. and this is the nucleus, and red particle is a protons, and the green particle is a neutrons, and electrons as revolve around the nucleus and orbits our shell. This is a structures of atoms. Now, size of atoms. Atoms are very, very tiny. For examples, one strand of human hair is about 1 million atoms wide. 1 million atoms wide. Atoms are very tiny, tiny particles and measured in nanometers. Now, let's start with molecules. Now that we understand atoms, let's talk about how they combines to form molecules. So, definitions of molecules. A molecule is a group of two or more atoms that are chemically bonded together. Molecules can be made of same atoms, element molecules, different atoms, compound molecules. Main molecules have two types: molecules of element, and the second one is molecules of compounds. Now let's discuss each types and details. Molecules of elements. The first one, types of molecules of elements. Molecules of elements made from same type of atoms. For example, oxygen gas made of two oxygen atoms. Nitrogen gas is made up of two nitrogen atoms. Hydrogen gas is made up of two hydrogen atoms. This is called molecules of elements. It is made up of same type of atoms. Now, the second one is molecules of compounds. Molecules of compound are made from different types of atoms. For examples, water made up of two hydrogens plus one oxygen, and carbon dioxide made up of one carbons plus two oxygen, and salt NaCl is made up of one sodium plus one chlorine atoms. Now, size and shape of molecules. Molecules are larger than atoms because they are made of more than one atoms. They have specific shapes depending on how atoms bond together. This is a water molecules, and this is a shapes of water molecules is a band shape, and this is larger than atoms because they are made up of three atoms. It's oxygen and two hydrogens. Now, key differences between atoms and molecules. Atoms and molecules. Features smallest unit of and second compositions examples can exist freely. Smallest unit of atom is the smallest unit of an element, while molecule is the smallest unit of a compounds or element. Composition. Atoms have one particles. Molecules are have two or more atoms bonded. For examples, hydrogens, oxygens, and sodium. These atoms, whilst water, carbon dioxide, and sodium chloride as a molecules because and thus two or more atoms are bonded can exist fully. Atoms not always can exist fully except noble gases, while molecule can exist freely. The most molecule exist freely. That's all for today lectures. My dear student, I hope you know understand the difference between atoms and molecules. And my dear student, if you liked this lectures, then don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channels and also press the bell icon and also share it with your friends. Take care and see you in the next class. Thank you for listening.